name is Lily, and this is my science PBL project. Before we get started, I like to say what my hypothesis is. My hypothesis before the experiment is that when I'm pulling the truck with a magnet in front of the 16-wheeler and on the back of the tow truck, you'll see what I mean later, that will work perfectly and they'll just scoot along. That is my hypothesis. I started with my first attempt by putting a T-shape of sorts of magnets on the front of a 16-wheeler truck, a toy one obviously, and a line of magnets on the back of a truck that would be our tow truck in this instance. And since opposite poles attract, I had to make sure that the south and north pole were facing each other. So that's what I did. And once I had the south and north poles facing each other, I would just put the tow truck close enough to the 16-wheeler that they'd kind of just move along together slowly. But the magnets we bought were too strong, so the magnets just ended up slapping together. So we had to try a different plan. This is how it went. So this is my first attempt, and I put on the north poles on the back of the tow truck and south poles on the front of the 16-wheeler I chose. And here's where it all went wrong. I thought that so now I had tried the opposite poles against each other, but what if we put repelling to the test? So I moved the magnets on the tow truck to a line of magnets on the tow truck on the front of the tow truck this time instead of the back of the front tow truck, and moved a line of magnets to the back of the 16-wheeler. And I had to make sure that either both the south poles were facing each other or both the north poles were facing each other, and that's what I did, so that the tow truck would be right here and the back of the 16-wheeler would be right here. And as soon as it got close enough to the 16-wheeler, it would just push it away, because the magnets don't want to be anywhere near each other if both the same forces are next to each other. And that worked perfectly. See how that went now. This is my second attempt, and as you can see, I put it on the back of the 16-wheeler. That was the north poles on the back and north poles on the front of my little tow truck right there. And it worked perfectly. I was actually really surprised and excited. After the experiment, I recorded my results, and turns out even if the first one had worked, it probably wouldn't have been faster than my second attempt. So, all in all, my hypothesis was wrong, and repelling worked better.